Hello, class, religion class, a rosary. It's good to see you. I'm Father Ben. I'm here at San Antonio Church, and I want to give you a shout out. Woo!
Why did you choose to become a priest, and what was your call like?
I chose to become a priest because I had a personal encounter with the Lord in my life, and it woke me up to a bigger reality than just what this life is all about. I was like most, if not all, people who wanted to be happy, and I thought happiness was going to be about being rich, having possessions, and being comfortable in this life. And when I felt God's call, it was an experience of the deeper presence and love and peace. And when I experienced that deep peace that I didn't experience anywhere else, it made me realize that number one, there was a God. Number two, it's only through God that we really truly are at peace. So when I realized those two realities, I had asked myself, do I want to be happy, being happy about with material things, possessions, even family and so forth? I had to ask myself that question, who is following God and giving up all those things to become obviously a priest? And it wasn't easy, but I had to pray about it a lot. And when I realized that in my heart, deep down, only God can give me peace, I was given the grace and the courage to say, yes, I'm willing to dedicate my life to that. And nothing for me is more powerful than when I'm able to help people experience that peace. And I realized that a lot of most people, if not everybody, is looking for peace. And it's only through a relationship with God. Experience that peace. I was 21. It was like, whoa. I don't know if
What qualities of the church led to you evaluating
qualities of a candidate to seminary and hopefully a priest is someone who is well-rounded, balanced. So when you talk about someone who's balanced and healthy and whole, you're looking at intellectually, that they're able to understand the truths of the faith and also convey the faith and their views in a way that they understand. So that takes quite a bit of intelligence and education. So the seminary wants candidates to be able to understand the material that we study, and not to be the smartest guy in the world, but be able to understand most of the material. So intelligence is one. Two is psychological emotional balance. And so someone who's coming in the seminary, they might not be perfect, no one's perfect, but when they go in the seminary, hopefully they'll be open to growing, healing emotionally, psychologically, understanding themselves more on a psycho-emotional basis. So they have to be healthy that way. Three, physically healthy. We want priests and candidates coming in to make sure that they're taking care of themselves physically. Balance, food, sleep, exercise is good. And probably most important, I think the number one quality of a candidate is someone who loves God, someone who spiritually has a deep relationship with the Lord, who likes to pray and makes time for prayer. So those are the four aspects of intellectual, psychological, emotional, physical, and of course spiritual. Those are the things.
What is the difference between a religious person and a Catholicism?
religious priest, as opposed to a diocesan priest, primarily a religious priest takes a promise to live in a community. Most religious priests, they live a part of a community, and they don't necessarily own anything of their own. So, for instance, a car, salary, clothes, all that is owned by the community. They don't have their own assets and so forth. So they take what's called a vow of poverty. And like I mentioned, they live in a community. So most religious live with other priests or other brothers. And diocesan, like myself, a diocesan priest, I don't necessarily live with a community. I move every 4 years. So I can move from one church to another. And I belong to what's called a diocese. The diocese is made up of a bishop, and the bishop is someone that's pretty much the head of the diocese. We make a vow of obedience. And we don't take a vow of poverty per se, like I own my own car, I own my own salary, and so forth. I work in a parish. So a diocesan priest, diocesan being part of a diocese, we serve the church. Whereas religious, they can serve the poor, they can teach, they can work in a parish too. So a lot of religious orders do other things as well. But myself, parish priest. Poverty, chastity, and obedience are important, and they mean to me as a priest. They help me live out my call to be a priest, to be a priest. So all those three aspects help me to, for instance, poverty. We don't take a vow of poverty per se, but we do take a promise that we don't make possessions, we don't get attached to possessions as part of our life. All of us we have to help us serve God and serve the church. Same thing with obedience. Obedience is help us to live in the truth of who we are. And so, for instance, taking a vow of obedience to the bishop is very countercultural because we live in a culture where it's about independence. It's about what I want to do. And taking a vow of obedience is a way of detachment, dying to what I want and what's for the greater community, and to trust that the bishop and his decision is for the greater community. And so it's, again, help me to become a better priest, to serve God and to others, and not to serve myself. And chastity, of course, most people think about chastity is that you can't get married, have children, which is true. But chastity has a bigger meaning. Chastity is applied to not just priests, but even everybody, single and married people. Chastity means being able to let go again of our needs and sacrifice for the greater good of the community. So, like a husband and wife, they need to make sacrifices, and they need to live in chastity as well for the children, for the family. For me, living a chaste life, not having children, my own little junior Bens, my own daughters, and not having a wife, it's a sacrifice. But what's a sacrifice for? Is so that I can have more time to serve the church. So all those things, obedience, poverty, and chastity, helps me to detach from what I want, so that I can detach to what God wants. And so it helps me the best priest I can be for the church.
How do you think media influences our youth's religious decisions today?
I think media kids be inundated with blood without proper parenting, without maybe putting limits to how much kids should, because kids watching too much, it can affect. So it's a powerful tool, but it has to be ready. Nowadays, with the base iPhones, iPads, smartphones, kids, grade school kids, they're actually information, and they don't have a what they want. And they might be watching stuff that are but yet they're not watching stuff that is you flip through the channels on television, majority of them is unchristian. So how much is that for me is unfortunate that it's affecting not watching good stuff. So it's a powerful tool, but we need to use it
I'm trading my sorrows, I'm trading my shame, I'm laying them down for the joy of the Lord, and I'm trading my sickness, I'm trading my pain, I'm laying them down for the joy of the Lord. We say yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord, yes, Lord.